You know what's wild? Nobody took your power away from you. You handed it over, wrapped it up, and offered it with a smile. And I know that because I did it too. In evening, I was sitting with my cup of coffee and I had this moment where I was like, why am I feeling so exhausted? I'm not tired like I need sleep, no. Tired like running on someone else's schedule, someone else's feelings, or someone else's version of who am I supposed to be. And I realized that I have been giving my power away chronically, like it's a hobby. And if you click on this video, I feel like some part of you already knows what I'm talking about. Maybe it's that person you keep making excuses for, or maybe saying yes when each and every cell of your body is screaming no, or maybe shrinking yourself in the room so that the other person can feel more comfortable, or checking the phone for the 100th time to make them decide how your day is going to feel like. If any of that hit, stay because this video is for you. So, let me tell you what giving your power away actually looks like, because it's not always obvious. It's not always like being a pushover. No, sometimes it's like being the most understanding person in the room. It looks like editing your personality depending on who you are around, or laughing at things that are not funny to you. Letting someone talk to you in a way that makes you feel small and then telling yourself, I am just being sensitive. It looks like making yourself available for someone who only reaches out to you when it's convenient for them. It looks like apologizing for things that are not even your fault. And here's the part that gets me every time. It looks like needing their reaction to feel okay about yourself. Like you said something and now you're watching their face for permission to feel good about it. You made a decision and now you need them to validate it for you before you trust yourself. That right there, that's the core of it. When someone else's opinion about you becomes more important than your own opinion, that's the moment when you handed your power over. And I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, no. I'm saying this because I think a lot of us were literally trained to do this. We were taught that being agreeable was being lovable, taking up space was being difficult, that having needs was being needy. We become our own cage. And the wild thing is, you can spend so much time trying to make everyone else comfortable that you forget to ask yourself, am I comfortable? Am I okay? What do I actually want right now? So here's where I want to shift, because I just don't want this to be a spiral. I want this to actually help. So the first thing I had to learn, and this was hard, is that your power was never actually gone. You just kept giving it away before you could use it, which means it's still yours. It's still there and you can just take it back. And this starts with the most uncomfortable thing: pausing before you respond. Someone asks you to do something. Before you say yes automatically, stop, breathe, relax, and ask yourself, do you really want to do this? Or do you just not want to feel the discomfort of saying no? Because those are two very different things, and most of us have been confusing them for years. Another thing, and this is going to sound very simple, but this is actually everything. Stop over explaining yourself. You don't owe anyone a 5 paragraph essay on why you made a particular decision. No, that doesn't work for me. That's the full sentence. I have decided not to. That's the full sentence. Can we talk about the phone thing for a second? The waiting, the watching for the three dots, the checking if they have been active since they left you on read. I need you to hear me on this. Every minute you spend waiting for someone else to choose you is the time you are not choosing yourself. And you deserve to be chosen by you first. Every time. Now, look, I know some of you are now going to say that, but it's not that easy. You don't know my situation. You are right. I don't. Some of these patterns are deeply rooted, some of these patterns are trauma responsive. Some of them come from growing up in an environment where you had to manage other people's emotions to feel safe. And that is real. That deserves compassion for yourself most of all. But healing doesn't mean that you wait until you are fully fixed to start showing up for yourself. You start now, imperfectly, uncomfortably. You start by noticing things. Every time you abandon yourself to manage someone else, notice it. Just notice it. That awareness. It's the beginning of your power coming back. Because here's the truth, people who are meant to be in your life are never going to leave you just because you have a boundary. They are not going to disappear because you said, actually, that hurt me. They are not going to stop loving you because you stopped being endlessly available. And the ones who do leave when you start taking up space, babe, they were only there because of the version of you that was shrinking. And you don't need that. You were not put on this earth to be convenient for other people. So here's what I want to leave you with. I want you to think of one person, one situation, or one pattern where you have been handling yourself over, where you have been showing up as the smaller, quieter, more apologetic version of yourself, where you have been waiting for someone else to give you permission to feel worthy. And I want you to make a decision, not a big declaration, a quiet, internal, I'm done with that now. That's it. That's how it starts. Not with a big speech, not with cutting everyone off, not with whole personality overall. Just the tiny, fierce little decision that says, my energy is not a free resource. My time is not a waiting room. My feelings are not an inconvenience. You are not too much. You have just been in the wrong rooms. And I think you already know that. Okay, I need to know. Drop a comment and tell me what's one thing that you are going to stop apologizing for. Okay, so this is it. I love you and go and take your power back.